This convertible plastic is completely busted and this side is barely existent. So I bought 2 brand new genuine BMW assemblies. Let's see if we can fix it. Let's start with the passenger. According to ISTA, this door panel has to come off first. There are 2 screws located underneath this armrest and they have 8mm heads. With those 2 screws removed, now we unclip and lift out side trim panel towards front bottom. So it says we unclip it down here. It's really tight. There we go. Oh, boy, that clip was stiff. Let's unplug the little speaker. There's that clip that was in the bottom left corner on passenger side. Then it feeds into the back over here with these 2 clips. Perfect. And what we can do is just stick a prop rod on that thing to hold it up. Next, we need to unfasten this rubber trim. So now we unfasten this little rivet, and then this comes over. I think we pull this out now. I guess this is called the mucket. That corner's just hung. I don't think we need to pull this completely. Next, we detach this spring, and apologies for the noise, my landscaper's here right now. Now I think we can lift this thing up. It does have a gasket on it there. There we go. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Looks like we got 3 torque screws holding this old one on. Old one comes out. New one goes in. That looks beautiful. Look at that. Okay. I'm not sure if this spring is correct, but we'll see how it goes on. That finish is beautiful though. Gotta love genuine BMW. And before I put this in, there's just a little bit of junk and debris in this crack. I'm gonna use the little tornador and blast it out. Some trim clean. Oh, and you know what? I bought a new one of these too, and I bet we have to install it before we put this thing back on. So let's knock that out real quick too. Genuine BMW. Yeah, so it looks like there's this nut on the back side we need to take off. What do you guys think about this POV? Is it cool kind of seeing me go back to my toolbox and seeing what's in there, and is it a nice angle? I feel like with this job being inside the car so much, this camera mount would be of use. So let me know in the comments what you think. We'll sort of run it for this video as a trial period. This thing's just coming out because it's so broken. Oh, okay. This is the outside, this is the inside, then the nut. So that goes there, that goes there, and the nut goes on top. Snug it up with a wrench. Maybe an 18. Survey says 19. I do have some Ray-Ban Metas coming soon. I figured it would be helpful for content. They only shoot in vertical though, so I'll be doing a lot of Instagram type content with them, but I'll try to integrate it into my YouTube videos when I can. If you guys could do me a favor though, comment down below and let me know where you watch my videos. Do you watch them on iPad? Do you watch them on the TV? Do you watch them on your cell phone? Me, myself, I'm a TV watcher when I get into longer YouTube videos. And I'd like to know where you guys are watching them from too. That way I can optimize my content based on, you know, where you guys are watching it. Okay, and then here on the bottom side, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 clips, and that's going to clip it down into the body. And then it's gonna clip down on 1, 2, 3 tabs here. We lost a 4th. We need to reinstall that. And it looks like it goes right here. Let's see if we can reattach this spring now. Okay. It's a little stiff. We're gonna have to pay really close attention to how well this thing is actuating. We do not want to break a brand new one. Now I need to put this thing back into the mucket, as they called it. I don't know why it had me do that. I could have just, I'm gonna lift this side up. Nice. And this little rivet goes back in there, like that. That looks good. Fix that little seam. You know, I don't see why we can't actuate the convertible top with this lower panel removed and save ourselves some time in case something goes south. So let's try activating this real quick, actuating it. Pull the prop rod. Please spring work and don't break my new part. So let's go all the way open to lock the hatch again. Now let's go through. All right, let's see if it'll want to return back for me now. Let's go open. Come on, spring. A little sticky there. Let's try to lube it. It might be that spring assembly. I might need to replace it because it's just plastic on plastic joints here. That sure is snappy. I don't even know if I still have the spring for the other side. Let's try that again. Feels a lot better after lubing it, that's for sure. Fully closed. No, I don't like it. Convertible top's kind of pushing it, but I think the spring should be pulling it. It's decent, but it's not perfect. I think I'll have to buy new spring assemblies. Just clip them in. See if it closes up nice once the hatch goes down. Convertible's actuating pretty good though. Come on, cover, pop, pop for me. See, the convertible top pushed it down and it didn't want to rebound. What's that about? Oh, the spring popped. Come on, man, this is genuine BMW. Well, I gotta get that spring back in. So clearly the spring popped off, and you know what? It looks broken based off this tip. So I'm going to look up the part number for this spring and see what it visually looks like, because I think this is broken. Looking at it here, I don't see that plastic rod inside, so I'm gonna try to delete it and see how it actuates. You know, what if we just swoop, pull that out? I didn't see this piece inside the spring on the picture, so let's try it without it. See if I can get this spring clip back in without disassembling this entire assembly. Feels pretty good. And instead of tri-flow, let's go with some Sil Glide, and I'll apply it with a pocket screwdriver because this is a thicker grease. It'll last a lot longer and it should provide some better lubrication in there, especially comboed with the tri-flow. Let's test convertible operation again. Pull the prop rod. It's a little snappier than I'd like, but it worked. So maybe it'll get broken in a little bit. I'll just tell the next owner to sort of monitor it, and I'll do some more research. Maybe it just gets to right there. Let's knock out the other side and then we'll test complete operation. Okay, 7 mils go back here in the upper door panel. Clean up our mess with spraying that tri-flow. Door panel goes back in. Need to reconnect our little tweeter speaker. Okay, and then this goes sort of up and then back. And then here, got this little door seal lip, and we want this on the outside of the panel so it doesn't fight it right there. Get that in there. Try to find home for this bottom left clip. There it is, that's home. Now we can send it home. Door panel looks good. 2 8mm screws on the bottom of the armrest. All right, this piece is fixed up and this thing's kind of working. We're gonna have to keep our eye on it, but it sure does look better. Having done one side already, this side should fly apart, I hope. I also have no idea where the spring is for the other side. I feel like getting this clip out of this door panel's been the hardest part. Come on. There we go. It definitely is the hardest part. Okay, there's the spring. There's a piece of our flap, but that's a score. I'm glad we just found that spring. It's a little torn, jacked up, but I think we'll be able to repair it. I'll take this plastic piece out of it like we did the other side. I don't know how that works yet. Luckily I saved the plastic from the other side, so if we just completely botch it by deleting it, we might be okay. Actually, you know what? This one over here is good, so I can return the other one. I'm not made of money. I return parts just like you guys if I'm not using them. Everything I bought for today's video is from FCP Euro. Not a sponsored video, but just want to give my boys a shout out. It's where all the parts came from. Okay, now we take out our little rivet. And we don't need to remove this thing like it said. We could just peel this a little bit and this thing will come up just fine with that thing there. Yeah, no need for extra disassembly. This thing doesn't even have the door anymore. It's just missing. You know what? This ain't a bad angle to clear the sunroof drains either. Luckily, mine are nice and dry. And again, the same clip stayed on the car. Oh, this one needs to get swapped over. That side almost feels better. Okay, where's our little clip? Yeah, this side feels better. We need to figure out this spring. So let's just look at it, you know. It has this little pointed piece, almost like a knock for an arrow. Then it has this flat side. So maybe this is supposed to go inside here. Yeah, I think it is. I think the spring is supposed to go inside this slot. I'm gonna look it up online and see if I can figure out the orientation. It's not too late to disassemble the other side and put the plastic piece back in. I did save it. This is what my job looks like sometimes. And sometimes I end up finding my own YouTube videos while I'm trying to find YouTube videos to learn how to fix BMWs to film YouTube videos. It's like YouTube Inception. So I found another video with someone's original spring still installed, and this is gonna go into this clip, and then this is gonna be on the inside of the vehicle, the hook will be to the outside, and then this end will go up over into the little flap, but I'm going to try to correct this spring first. Actually, let's take this out. Pretty good. I still don't understand what purpose this piece serves, but let's try to reinstall this and see if we can get it to go. So this is going to be like this, and I want this part of the spring to be there. It means this is going to have to go up and down and in. Okay. I still just don't understand what this plastic piece is for. Like, it doesn't really fit into any notch here. It just kind of hangs out. And if it pops, it can kind of create problems, right? Like, is it supposed to slide under there? I don't understand it. Well, let's play around with it. Luckily, all this stuff comes off easier than I thought, so. This piece is sitting up too high here in the rear. Did I miss a clip? Okay, Mr. Spring. This one feels really nice. This other one should be, it just sounds different. And it's stickier. I'm gonna try to slip the plastic rod inside right now. Because why not? Came on the car in the factory. Probably does something. Okay, let's pull the prop rod and check operation again. Try to give you guys a view of both flaps here. Ah, I think the plastic was the missing piece. I guess it is important. Those went down really nice. The convertible top didn't push passenger side down this time. It's before it kind of contacted. Come on, baby. Pop up nice for me. Come on, baby. Nice. Let's go. Great success. Guys, that's a huge win. We figured out the springs and we got both of these things fully secured. That is a big, big win. I'm super stoked. I wasn't sure how that repair was gonna come out, but it actually went pretty smooth. I'm really happy with two of these genuine covers on here too, because the car just looks simply so much better with those plastics intact, and they're brand new. They look really, really nice. We're pretty much done with the convertible. Needs a little bit of fine tuning, maybe a little stitch work here and there, but guys, I got too many cars. I gotta get this thing off to paint and keep working on other projects. So we're gonna get it the best we can with the time that we got. It's not gonna be perfect. Sick. Let's go. There we go. You almost want to fold this bottom corner and shorten it a little bit to get that pin to go in its home. Last piece, little rivet. Boom. As far as other updates on this car, right now I'm working on getting the readiness monitors to set so I can take it for its emissions test and finalize registration. Then we're gonna put some new tires on it, I still need to diagnose why the windows and the mirror switches are acting up, but I'll make some progress on that this week. Then I've been in talk with Gerardo's nephew over at Perez Auto Body. He's gonna be doing some paint work on this thing for us. So I asked him if I need to bring the bumpers down to him, the front and rear bumpers off the car, or if they can be on the car. And he said they can be on. So I'm gonna start looking out for front and rear bumper replacements. You know, just a plastic primered version, and then we'll get those painted up and color matched. I'm gonna probably go with just the OE bumper, just to keep this thing true to its package. So I'll be looking around on there. I'd like to maybe do like an M Sport bumper or something like that, but it'll be nice to, you know, retain the factory look with how this thing was packaged out. Because I have a hard time putting on, you know, parts that make the car something that it isn't from the factory, you know? And to give you guys a little sneak preview, right outside this garage door is my new Estoril Blue 2014 335i M Sport. I'm really excited to show you guys more about this car, but you'll have to subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for the future upload on this bad girl. Oh, and did I forget to mention, we're giving this BMW E46 away to one of you for completely free when I'm done with this restoration series. So if you want to enter to win this BMW E46, head down to the description of my video. You'll see BMW entry giveaway form, BMW giveaway entry form, something like that. It's just a Google Doc, throw in some basic details so I know where I'm taking the car when I choose the winner. Add your phone number, city, state, little stuff like that. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything with your data. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm not trying to take your money. I'm just trying to be of service and give back to this community because you guys have given so much to me through this new career that I have as a content creator. And I want to always strive to be able to give back to you guys and be of service. You guys didn't see any Sage this video, so here she is. I got merch coming out soon too, so keep an eye out for the post on that. It's almost official. I'm just getting some clips of the actual shirt production and getting some samples so I can try them on camera for you guys and show you how they fit and show you what size I'm wearing and stuff like that. This car's getting pretty dang close. We're also doing some videos on the E90. We're gonna be doing some videos on the F30. So stay tuned, folks, and subscribe if you think I earned it. I hope you enjoyed, or I hope you learned something new. And as always, folks, Sage and I will see you on the next day off. Cheers.